Hello and welcome to Rita's Roost. I hope you've been here before. I hope you're back again. Well, today I'm going to attempt a peanut butter pie. Now, I've made these before, but I don't make them real often because they're not my husband's favorite. Now, he'll probably eat some of it, but this one's for my mama. Me and her's going to have this pie. So I prepared a pie shell, and it's all baked and ready to go. So let's see what we can do with this pie. I'm going to start by making a little crumble that I'm going to put, if y'all watch me much, you know I don't always measure everything I do. And this is powdered sugar. And I'm just going to make a crumble because we're going to use this on the bottom of the pie and on the top of the pie. And I'm just going to make that, kind of get it. Well, I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. And I just guessed you could make more or less. And I'm just using the back of my spoon. Can you see it? It's just crumbly. You wouldn't have to do this. This is what we're kind of going to decorate it a little bit with. Now I'm going to take this pie shell, scooch things over here, and I'm going to put a little bit of that peanut butter crumbly stuff there in the bottom. But I'm going to save a little bit to put on the top. I think I made too much, but I'm going to use it just cause. Alright, now to go over here to the stove. Let me move that. I'm going to use that. Let me get reorganized here. I got my 3 eggs. I think I set my milk over there. I think my pan's over there. Now the recipe that I'm using today is out of an old church. I think there's water on the bottom. What to do? Let me think here. Let me get my thoughts going here again. It's an old community cookbook from probably 30 years ago, and the peanut butter pie recipe in here is from Miss Artie Peltz, and I do remember Miss Artie Peltz just real well, but she's been gone for a while now. But she put the peanut butter pie recipe in there, and she didn't do this step that I just did, but I did that step. And she's got the list of ingredients, and she says mix it all together, cook and pour into a baked pie shell, beat egg whites and add the sugar to taste. Put on top of pie and brown. Now that's what she said to do. So we're going to start. We'll start by breaking these eggs. Boy, I'm going off unorganized this morning. Well, I didn't want that. I want my egg whites in that bowl, Rita. Rita, you didn't put the right bowl. I talk to myself when I'm a video, and I talk to y'all hear me. Well, then I still got this egg in this hand. And we'll just use 3 eggs today, like her recipe says. And they're room temperature. Okay, get my cap here. We're going to get this going. Because I'm going to move you over here where we're going to work. Mix all together and cook. And now, if it was me, I'm going to revise her recipe just a little bit. Let me move you guys. Okay, follow me over here. Let me bring my extension cord, because I got this, well, I pulled it out. I'm going to put you guys right there. And my pan, I use this pot for everything, for lots of stuff. I boiled eggs in it this morning. I'll probably boil some taters in it later. We're gonna work right there, okay? I'm gonna bring my eggs and my sugar. I've got this. I'm gonna need this and this. Okay, I'm gonna put it's not quite a cup. Sometimes I think they put a lot of sugar and stuff, and I'm gonna use some cornstarch. This big spoon. Couple of tablespoons of cornstarch. Sometimes they use flour, but I kind of like cornstarch if I have some. I'm going to stir that up. And I'm going to add this milk. And I'm going to start that cooking. If I move that camera too much, you're going to see all my piled up table behind me. So don't look back there. And I've even got a table back there. One of my grandsons was over here, and he's an artist. He really is. He's even taken art lessons, and he was painting on some egg cartons for me. And so I left all of his stuff setting up over there, so when he comes back again when school's out, he can paint some more for me. And we're selling them locally here. So far, I've just put the eggs, my fresh eggs in them and sold them down at the little shop. But alright. I'm going to go ahead, I think, and I'm going to put a good heaping spoonful of that peanut butter and let it be. I think I'm going to do this. Hope I'm doing this right. We'll find out, won't we? Maybe that'll dissolve up and we're going to add them eggs later. Reckon I'll add them eggs now? I might need a whisk. I might need to whisk that up a little bit. Here's a whisk in this bowl back here. Ooh. I'm going to use this to make sure that peanut butter gets mixed up. That's better. That's mixing it up a little bit better. Now, I like those peanut butter pies too with the cream cheese and the stuff, but this one is just a creamy peanut butter pie. Oh, that's better. That works a whole lot better. Oh, don't look at my stove either. I need to clean it up. Now that did the trick. Now I'm just going to stir this so it starts to cook a little bit. And there's those egg yolks. There's egg yolks in there. I'm kind of doing it a little bit like I do coconut cream pies. You'll have to watch me stir it for a little bit. I'll try not to bore you too much with my yakking while I do this. Gotta keep it stirred. It'll kind of burn and clump on the bottom if you don't keep stirring. So gotta keep stirring. And you gotta stir gentle enough that you don't make it slosh out on the stove. Have you ever helped kids cook and they don't stir it like you want them to stir it? And you try to tell them to stir it carefully, but keep it stirring. And then you'll tell them to stir it. They'll do just a little bit right there. And no, you got to go around the edges too. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this, and here's the egg yolks. I'm going to put a little bit in that, just a little at a time. And stir that up. You can kind of see, you can't see it just right down on it, but you see what I'm doing. Now I'm I'm going to pour that back in here now that I've kind of tempered it a little bit. It's what I think they call it. Now we're going to cook it till it's thick so we can put it in that pie shell. And I'm sorry I didn't give you the measurements, exact measurements. That's just not the way I do sometimes. Sometimes I put more or less or something. And a lot of y'all know how to do that. You do. Let me keep it a stirring. Just chat with me a minute. Y'all ever had peanut butter pie like this? I bet a bunch of you have. I know my mother loves peanut butter. Nope. Because if you were listening to us chat a few days ago, she was telling how she had made peanut butter cookies, and my stuff's getting thicker. I can feel it different. I'm gonna turn that fire down. That's about ready. Looky there. That's ready now. You see that? I'm going to put some vanilla. I'm going to turn that fire up. I'm going to put some of my vanilla. I know, it looks like I have a bottle of vodka, but it's my homemade vanilla. And Miss Artie didn't call for any butter, so I won't put no butter in there. Kind of want to taste it, but it's gotten thick where it kind of comes off the spoon. So, all right, let me see. Here's my prepared pie shell with my crumbles in it. Let's put it right there. Let's get a spatula. I'm going to have to try that. Did I try it right now? That's good. Mmm. That's a good peanut butter pie filling. Let's put it on top of here. I can't pour it left-handed, so you just have to trust me that I'm doing it. And I got it all out of there. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring my bowl of egg whites right here. There's my egg whites. Get my mixer. I'm getting there. Give me just a second. That's my little peanut butter stuff. Okay, here we go. We're going to do this now. This is not going to take long. Let me turn that oven on. I'm going to put just a little bit of my cream of tartar. I bought this cream of tartar from Homestyle Mercantile actually a few years ago. I bought several of them to kind of stock up on them. I put a pretty good pinch, didn't I? And let's see, I'm going to have to put some sugar. make both hands put a little bit of this vanilla. Don't want to pour too much. Let's use my right hand. I can control it better with my right hand. Didn't get much, but I was afraid if I kept pouring, I'd pour too much. This is not taking too long. Alrighty. See what I can find to get that out of there with. It's here close. You don't want to have to go across the room to get a... Now I'm going to put it on here. Turn that so I can push that all the way to the edge of the crust. Now, make those little peaky things. How's that? Is that good? But see this stuff here? I'm going to put just a little bit more. I'm going to put just a little bit more peanut butter in that. Didn't quite do exactly like I wanted it to. Now this is peanut butter and powdered sugar. Y'all remember that. Now, I'm going to use my fingers. You know why? Because I can control it with my hands better than the can spoon. And I'm going to put that right there on top. And now I'm going to put it in my oven and let it brown. And then I'm going to show it to you. And then we'll have to let it cool before we eat it, though. All right, let me open that. And get my pie. Alright, I'll bring you back in a few minutes when I take it out. And I'll clean up some of this mess while that's in the oven. Because I do have a mess this morning. Well, I believe it's time to get the peanut butter pie out of the oven. You ready to see what it looks like now? Let me turn the oven off. I did check it before I turned the video on. Let me get me some pot holders because it's hot right now. So here goes. Oh guys, it's pretty. Let me be careful here. Oh, get my... Let me close that up. There's my peanut butter pie with the little peanut crumbles on the top. I think it turned out good. Now we're going to have to let it cool down a whole lot before I can cut it. Because it's hot right now. But I think that's going to be just fine. I think my mama will love it. I think Mr. Terry might eat a piece or two of it. And I still have to make lunch. I've had a busy morning and still haven't made lunch yet. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Try you some peanut butter pie if you haven't.